Good morning. Happy Monday. First, let me start by saying, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to build this thing up before football season hits so that I can go live during football season with all my various takes on all my various teams. And so I'm starting early, trying to get that thing together. You know, I have to get to 50 subscribers before I can go live, and I believe I'm at 26. So work with me, y'all. Work with me. All right, moving on. I'm actually gonna have to record 2 segments today because things are moving. Things are happening. Like, I don't know, behind the scenes. It's just evidence of things. That's what it is. Evidence of things are happening. Well, you all know that I believe his name is David. I just been calling him Njoku, and I didn't even memorize his first name. I think it's David Njoku. Had his celebrity football game, his second annual celebrity football game, and Shedeur was the only rookie and the only quarterback playing in the game. So the vets have made it abundantly clear. And Denzel, is it Ward? I'm going to remember his name because I am so team him. Denzel Washington? No, of course it's not Denzel. But Denzel, he's a team captain. He's a cornerback, if I recall correctly. He's a cornerback. From what I understand, the best cornerback on the squad. He put his name on it. He put his name on it about Shedeur. So the vets clearly support him. And what seems is coming from that is that Shedeur is returning to himself. I never believed that Shedeur's confidence could be shaken. I didn't believe that. But he seemed to be trying to do what he thought people wanted him to do. He seemed to try to be what he thought people wanted him to be, so that he wouldn't have to suffer like he did in the draft. Because of course in the pre-draft activities, he wasn't who he is authentically. Was a turnoff to people. And so he stopped busting down that AP, perfect timing. He stopped doing his celebration. He was saying all the right things in training camp. And believe me, I would be on pins and needles like, Shedeur gonna say something eventually, because it's his personality. He is confident, cocky, whatever y'all want to call him. He's all that. Okay? And it's part of, it makes him the monster that he is. It's part of it. That's all. It all goes together. And I don't know. Somebody in Cleveland is making Shedeur believe who you are is all right. Be yourself. Do you. Because now people talking about the fact that you're not doing you. Do you? So he put up his celebration wrist, I think like 3 times now. He working it back in. He told the churn at one of the camps, the camp that the rookies participated in. It was a Browns camp. He told them that's one of the things he misses the most is his wrist celebration, which, for the record, I never liked. When he started doing it, I was like, oh my God, nephew, that is so corny. What does that mean? Does it have a meaning? But then he put out perfect timing, and I think that's what it means. And I think that's his brand. Like, I don't know what's going on with Angel Reese right now, and she may not be able to shoot, worth a darn. Not May. She definitely can't shoot worth a darn. But she can get those rebounds, although she had her worst rebound game ever this past week. Only got 2 rebounds. Shedeur's shtick is accuracy. Shedeur had a completion rate of above 70% since Jackson State. 70% at Jackson State. 74% at Colorado. 77% at training camp and OTAs. 77. So, perfect timing. I don't know if this was real, if it was AI, but I saw him throw a ball from a far distance. I can't remember how far it was. It was very far, though. It was ridiculously far. Let's say at least a half a football field. And get it in a trash can. Accuracy is his thing. So no one's going to beat him there. And I think people are recognizing that in Cleveland. And they're telling Shedeur, we don't want to change you. We want you to be who you are. Please. And thank you. And so he's starting to do that. A reporter who, I don't know who she is. I have no idea who she is. She put out a little, she did get time, very brief time with Shedeur at the baseball game, and she asked him, what is the biggest misconception fans have about him, or people have about him, something like that. And he said, well, he was his normal confident self, for one thing. The camera, the batters had their back to him, and the camera was facing the batters. And he said he didn't trust the batters to do a good job, so he physically moved the reporter and turned so that he was facing the batters. I was like, look at my nephew, he back. He said, I don't think their perception of me is wrong. And even if it is, I don't care. That little quote didn't get out anywhere. Like, I don't know who this reporter is. She must be a lower level reporter, because she just put the video out on her Twitter late yesterday. And I saw it, and I was like, that's him saying, they don't have the wrong perception of me. You know how they be calling me cocky? You know how they be saying I'm arrogant? Y'all, he don't care what y'all think. So I love that he's coming back, finding himself, but to me, there's a reason for that. I don't know, y'all. I think that discussions have been had. And Shedeur is feeling confident, like, my place is solidified. Whatever that place is. I believe that he earned QB1. None of those guys are good as him, and a lot of fans, I know I said this a million times, a lot of fans talk about, well, they're Cleveland fans. They're Cleveland, because Cleveland fans are shell-shocked. Like, they can't even think straight anymore. To them, having a quarterback, I mean, I think it was supposed to be Deshaun. It's supposed to be people, and then it don't be them, and then they get other quarterbacks within the season. They don't give quarterbacks a chance. If you're not performing the way they want you to perform in the season, they'll get another quarterback, pull you out, and play the quarterback that they done traded for. That's what Cleveland been doing. Not even letting quarterbacks finish a season. So, Cleveland people, media, fans, everybody, they think that it's whatever it's been these past few years of them playing up to 5 quarterbacks in a season, they think it's going to continue to be that. They got all these quarterbacks Unlike normally, they're actually starting at the beginning with all these quarterbacks. Instead of picking them up as they go along, as people don't perform well, and then they got to pick up a quarterback. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know Cleveland like that. I don't know their history. I don't know enough about them to be able to call what they're going to do. Most people think they're going to get rid of at least one of these quarterbacks. But I don't know. Cleveland, based on what I've been learning, they do strange things. They do very strange things. So, I think it's totally possible that they could keep all these quarterbacks. Or, maybe they can say, okay, let's stop doing the same thing and expecting different results. Let's do something different this time. Let's plan to play one quarterback all season, like every other NFL team does. Like every team. They identify QB1 and they move forward with QB1. I'd like to see them do that, and Shedeur has earned that. He's better than all the rest of those guys. And all those rest of those guys are about the same. Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel are all in that completion rate range of 50 to 60%. Well, I think Joe Flacco is 60. Joe Flacco is 60, and then those other guys are 50. You know, they in that 50 range. So Shedeur's better than them. I mean, we already knew that. Anyone that is a Colorado fan knew that. We've been seeing Shedeur play. We don't need film. We see him week after week after week. Intangibles that they don't even get. His poise, his composure, his cool, level head, no matter what's going on. Shedeur keeps his head in the game. And he comes up with solutions to win. So we knew. I mean, I thought he was number one. Cam Ward's name came up at some point. And then they're battling it out. But, okay, I don't know Cam that good. Y'all say he good at Shedeur. Okay, I'm going to take your word for it. But now I'm hearing that that's not even true. So, and I don't know. I'm not going to say anything negative about Cam Ward because I like him. We'll see how the season goes with these fellas. Cam's, his job's guaranteed, like a first round number one draft pick would be, and Shedeur's needs to be guaranteed too because he's a top 5 pick. Okay. That just they didn't like him, so they punished him. Okay, that's that. But I'd like to see what they're gonna do. If they do it right, Shedeur will be QB1 day one. The fans are petrified because their first 5 games are against playoff caliber teams. So what? And then they say, well, but if he plays against these teams, for one thing, they think that it's possible for Shedeur to be broken. Bruh, y'all don't know Shedeur. Losing to 5 teams is not going to break him. They only won 4 games his first season at Colorado. Did he break? No. All season he didn't break. He may get frustrated at times and throw his line under the bus, and hopefully he learned about that. Somebody needs to chit-chat with him. If you got problems with teammates, handle it in the locker room and keep it there. That's where it needs to stay. You don't talk down on your teammates to the media. Somebody definitely needs to teach him that. I'm sure he learned it. Because he got backlash for doing that. I hope he learned it. I don't know. Because he is very headstrong, and it's like, I really don't care what you think. I'm right and you're wrong. Actually, I don't even care who's right and wrong. I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. So, I don't know. Hopefully he will not throw his teammates under the bus, because quarterback can't do that. Especially in the NFL, you need those guys. So, we'll see how that goes. But somebody done told him something. Because his confidence is back. His cockiness is back. And this was after the speeding ticket debacle. He wasn't acting on meat because he got speeding tickets. He was on full Shedeur. Out there, the only rookie out there, the only quarterback out there. That's who the vets want, y'all. They want Shedeur, bruh. And he knows that. He knows. And even there's this Cleveland media guy. I won't even say his name because I would never give him a click, no kind of exposure or nothing. But there are multiple Cleveland media people who don't support Shedeur, possibly just for clicks. It is possible, you know, if you say you can go along and you could be a fan or think, you know, recognize that he is Cleveland and got them a top 5 pick in the 5th round, or you can go with the no, he's a 5th round pick and he's trash and he's not a starter, and just to get clicks. It doesn't matter if you believe either of those things, just to get clicks. And I do believe that that's what they do, and so I don't support them, and I would never say their name. I'm not saying their name, and I would never click on their content. Once I clicked a couple of times and saw that it was all negative all the time about Shedeur, I watched it, but why would I do that? So, but this person dislikes Shedeur, or they pretend to dislike him for clicks, and they kept hyping up Dylan Gabriel. The 50% guy, at least Flacco is 60%. Well, they done changed their tune, because they've been hyping up Dylan Gabriel the whole time. Over the weekend, they said the Cleveland Browns quarterback is in next year's draft. That means they done gave up on Dylan Gabriel finally. They don't want to support, embrace Shedeur, their top 5 pick that they got in the 5th round. If Kevin Stefanski doesn't start Shedeur, worrying about playoff team, that's stupid. Okay, I don't get it. They be talking about they want quarterbacks to develop. Doesn't the starting quarterback get all the reps in practice? Like, they should be getting all of them, because they got to practice and get ready for the game and get acclimated with the starters. So if Shedeur is not the starter, how is he going to develop on the bench? He ain't getting no reps, and he's not getting any playing time. How's he going to develop? He's going to have to develop on his own. And that obviously can be done, because Atlanta had that situation last year where they drafted a quarterback, I believe, in the 1st round, and then they hired Kirk Cousins. And they started him, I guess, because he was a veteran, and they believe in that, the rookie shouldn't start nonsense. And they actually allowed Kirk Cousins to stink up the field for the vast majority of the season before they finally were like, okay, we got a 1st round quarterback on our team. Why are we doing this? But the season was practically, it was lost. No playoff hope by the time Michael Penix got put in and started winning. So now, thankfully, because I thought Michael should have started from game 1. I didn't know why they got Kirk Cousins when they already had Michael Penix. But now he's the starter in Atlanta, and now they got a chance to do something this year. So I'm hoping that Cleveland will learn what they learned from their mistake. You could throw away this season so you could be at the top next year for these mythical quarterbacks that are better than before, or whatever y'all talking about. It doesn't matter. Shedeur giving you results right now. He gives you the opportunity right now to improve. So I'm thinking if they're reasonable, they will start him week 1. None of this letting Joe Flacco go in and play the playoff teams and not give Shedeur any experience with playoff teams because that's scary. Jaden Daniels played playoff teams. Bo Nix played playoff teams. They did just fine. Didn't they both make it to the playoffs? Those rookie quarterbacks. And Bo Nix is slightly above mid. Still made the playoffs. Shedeur is not mid. At all. So, and y'all gonna see. That's why I'm talking my stuff, because I already know y'all gonna see. I ain't gonna be embarrassed. Because I already know what my nephew got. And y'all gonna see it. I'm excited for y'all that don't know. That haven't been watching him in his process. It's really, he's kind of amazing. So, really, that's why I only came on to say somebody done told him something, because he's getting back to himself. So I don't know if he's QB1, but at a minimum he's QB2. The story will be told day one in training camp. If Shedeur is not taking first team reps day one in training camp, he's not QB1. I'll know that. That's when the story will be, it'll be known day one of training camp. If he doesn't take first team reps, he's not QB1 at all. Because whoever they got as QB1 needs the majority of the reps. They honestly need all the reps. None of those quarterbacks, there won't be, the way they split it up to this point in OTAs and mandatory minicamp, the way they split it up to identify what the pecking order should be in training camp, they can't keep doing it, because it's a drain on the team. You know, having to do all those reps with these quarterbacks. It's putting wear and tear on their body, having to do all these reps. So that all the quarterbacks can get reps. So they're going to have to stop that. That can't go into training camp. I know they know that. So we'll see what happens. I just wanted to put it out there. I think that somebody told Shedeur to be himself. All of it. All of who he is. They know who he is by now. They've been around him. He is confident. He kind of cocky. He very pushy, domineering. That's his personality. So you can't hide it. I know they've seen it every single day. And they like it. Just like his Colorado teammates liked it. That boy got a winning way about him. They see it. So, Shedeur's back to the guy y'all hate, and he don't care if y'all hate him, just like he never cared before, or yeah, I mean, he says he doesn't care, but the evidence that he doesn't care is that he doesn't change. He don't give a damn what y'all say. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it's because the way he is the way his father was, except in a new version. A version of a person who grew up privileged, which Dion didn't. So his confidence is on a different, it's different. It looks different. It does come off as arrogant. Dion never came off as arrogant. Just cocky. Well-deserved cockiness. Football players are cocky, guys. And Shedeur's extra cocky and domineering. It's very domineering. I love that about him. Anyway, so I just wanted to come on and say that and just have a little content. And look, if it wasn't for Shedeur content, there would be no content. Nobody cares about the off season. During this time, we're mainly just praying and waiting and hoping for the season to hurry up and get here. Nothing goes on in training camp that's interesting, because normally QB1 is identified and he's getting the reps and they're just practicing. It's just practice. But Cleveland got an interesting thing going on, and Shedeur's an interesting person. He's on vacation right now. I saw him. He posted on his IG him throwing the football on the beach at the ocean. So I think I'm glad he's on vacation. I hope he made a pit stop to his dad, who I'm still extremely worried about. But he's on vacation and he's still practicing. But that's what he does. That's his process. The boy practices. Practice, 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 practice. Throwing that ball. Getting that accuracy. Being the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. That's what I think is going to be for him this year. He's going to win that this year, I do believe. Anyway. So, another Shedeur story. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe and help your girl build up her platform. I just need 50 subscribers before football season. That's all I'm asking y'all for now. Because you know you got to keep on moving the goalposts as you make your reach your goals. You got to keep moving forward. For now, though, I just need 50, so that means I need 24 more. Help us out. Y'all have a good day. Love you guys. Mwah.